Well, birthday festivities continue. We have first a poem for you. This is something that I've written, but I collected ideas from everyone else as well. So,
The usual
poem-
suspects.
the usual suspects.
Do you want to guess when the poem was completed?
Not as early as the one I wrote for myself. I did that one 9 months in advance of my birthday. So this is a poem for Karen's 60th birthday. Let us first trace this life which has given such joy back to Evanston, nestled in East Illinois. Her mother and father had chosen to leave the state of Ohio. It's hard to believe. They moved to a spot they had chosen expressly, a home on the corner of Dempster and Wesley, and started to go once they finished their search to Evanston's fine Unitarian church. She had at her birth, as her parents soon told her, a sister named Frida, just 16 months older. She soon got to know from that home on the far side some families named Sproul, Brugliera, and Garside. She went off to Rockford for college, I hear. She started with nursing, a noble career. That didn't last long once she came to review what hospital nurses must actually do. The degree that she earned was in English enjoyment, then back to Chicago in search of employment. She seemed to like jobs with initials, you see, the first AMC and the next J&B. Let us meet as we start the next act in the play, the man she would kiss at the altar one day. You know him as Paul, the world's handsomest human. Oh, whoops, my mistake. It's Paul Fine, not Paul Newman. The month was November, the year 88. A few call it luck, but most others say fate. She was sharing a place with a woman named Liz. Be sure to take note, I'll be giving a quiz. Well, Paul came to visit, and that was the start. Soon Cupid shot arrows right into his heart. Personality, looks, she was clearly a 10. So we conjured a reason to see her again. After that, to a show they together were heading. In only 5 weeks, they were planning a wedding. June 10th, back in Evanston, both were delighted as rings were exchanged and the vows were recited. In Ann Arbor, she joined the Botanical Garden. They had an event every year that she starred in. A flower show held in the springtime at Yost. When she quit to raise children, she missed that the most. Those children were Derek and Ellie and Ben, each one of the light. Can I get an amen? The three of them
Amen.
The three of them have to be counted as wins, but she still has regret that she never got twins.
Accurate. Okay.
Yes, being a mother.
Noted.
Yes, being a mother is Karen's true calling. All three of her children still find her enthralling. She's just as important to Miri and Yessie. If Millie's not there, they're apt to be fussy. Her day starts with coffee. She craves the caffeine. It takes several cups just to fuel the machine. Just the names can entice. Who would not want to savor a dark roasted cinnamon hazelnut flavor? After coffee, it's breakfast. Each day the same goal, some oatmeal with blueberries mixed in a bowl. I think we can say that her love for her oats is only surpassed by her fondness for goats. She loves to play board games. To beat her ain't easy. I've seen her be ruthless with kids in Parcheesi. Her favorite is catchphrase. The buzzer, the clues, the shouting, the pouting, the rhythm, the blues. A dose of the English she often achieves with Poirot and Sherlock and Wooster and Jeeves. And sure to deliver a rapt fascination are programs on nature with British narration. She has watched some American shows, to be fair, like ER and Cake Boss and What Not to Wear. But she now stays up late streaming shows. But she now stays up late watching shows she can stream. With all of that binging, there's less time to dream. She says no to the Angus, but yes to souffle. The word Rapharinkus has been her cliche. Her behavior at customs has been a bit shaky. Who else would decide to declare passion flaky? The applause given Lincoln she feels was misplaced. The Lord of the Rings is much more to her taste. She says when an urgency has to be faced, hey, Shadowfax, show us the meaning of haste.
Woo!
Whoa.
Like Gus using Windex, she finds every day that penetrate takes all her trouble away.
It's
true.
Melaleuca provides all the products she uses, from laundry detergent to time current fuses. Her interest in animals, each of us notes. I've mentioned already her fondness for goats. Each December, she spots some unusual mammals, nativity scenes with their roof-dwelling camels. She likes to take photos of things that she sees, some flowers, a rainbow, the ice on the trees. But mostly it's family. We love when she shares the photo montages her iPhone prepares. She has driven a van. It is not the most fun. They are big and they're clunky, but get the job done. And they've helped her accomplish some things that are cool, like selflessly driving her children to school. She's a lover of earrings and serpentine walks, a fine conversation and hovering hawks. She's a lover of flowers, a lover of lakes. She appreciates sloths, but just tolerates snakes. Musicians are favorites. The list is quite long. She loves what Joan Morris can do with a song. There are Mozart, Vivaldi, and also Bizet. Add the Trio of Kingston. We'll stop for today. Is she a musician? We should not forget that when she was younger, she played a cornet. Her voice is quite good, though she got quite a sting when her choir director said, "Please do not sing."
That's true. I remember that.
When attending performances, all that she asks is that Gilbert and Sullivan sung without masks, and that orchestras turn from cacophonous sound and no longer pretend that it's somehow profound. She's a lover of words, a defining aesthetic. She deeply appreciates verses poetic. Though crosswords and Scrabble have earned her emotion, they pale when compared to her catchphrase devotion. She's relished the theater, the laughter, the tears, in Stratford, Ontario all of these years. At 30, the 8 o'clock shows drew her praise, but now she's more likely to choose matinees. For dinner, a salad was always the goal. Romaine or some spinach first filling the bowl. Some protein, some carrots, some mushrooms, hello, tomatoes and peppers and ready to go. But more recently, what she wants most is to take all the veggies and use them in making a shake. As a lover of music, I have to commend her. She gives me the beautiful sound of the blender. She loves baked potatoes. They're high on her list. On restaurant menus, they're hard to resist. But the way that she orders might seem a bit freaky. She'll ask for a steak knife and also tzatziki. When dinner is over, there's fun yet to come, as she sips on her tea and she chews on her gum. Are the flavors compatible? She alone knows that the spearmint has clashed with a chamomile rose. She likes cooking for others, foods Paul can't resist. Tuna cheese puff and Reuben bake headline that list. Burritos and salmon and sinful potatoes, but nothing with mushrooms or any tomatoes. There's another nice trait I will next be disclosing. She's very supportive when Paul is composing. But sometimes the process can fill her with terror. She has to put up with his trial and error. What present this year would she most like to get? Just alter the language. She'll be in your debt. Let middle-aged women who like to complain no longer be Karen, but Mary or Jane. Or maybe her changing from Karen is best, employing another by which she's addressed. There's Millie and Spouse, even cooler is Kay. They all could work well. She should pick one today. But I recommend Kay. It's her sound and it works. She is cordial and kind. She has just a few quirks. She is quite charismatic, conservative, cute. She's a comely, creative consumer of fruit. But dear, though your age has not ever defined you, we're using this birthday to strongly remind you how very much loved you have been and will be. That's the permanent truth. You can take it from me.
Oh.
Woo!
Seriously, that's why you wanted to know why I was thinking of going back to salads after my shakes.
No, he
No.
doesn't like the blender.
No, that wasn't.
You were optimistic.
That was a genuine question.
Oh, it was lovely.
That was.
You almost got tzatziki. You were so close.
I knew I was going to
I mess it up and I love it.
The truth is that was better than I was doing it in practice. So for what it's worth.
I sometimes
Well
just
done.
say your special sauce. 'Cause I
Okay.
don't want to get it wrong. I didn't